Food is something we all need to survive, but there are so many wild things that you probably don't know about the food you're putting into your body. Welcome back to Mind Metrics. If you love food, you're in for a treat today. We're talking about 45 of the wildest, most unbelievable food facts that will blow your mind. From food that never expires to ingredients hiding in your favorite snacks, get ready for some serious food knowledge. Stick around until the end. You may just find out about healthy foods that taste exactly like some of your favorite indulgent snacks. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you love food as much as we do. Now let's get started. Fact 1. Lobsters used to be prison food. Back then, lobsters were incredibly abundant and would wash up on the shores in massive piles. They were considered poor man's protein and were fed to prisoners, servants, and even livestock. Many people viewed them as trash food, similar to how we might think of insects today. In the late 1800s and early 1900s, trains started serving lobsters to wealthy passengers, and people outside New England saw them as a delicacy. Canning technology made lobsters easier to transport and sell. Eventually, as demand grew and lobster populations decreased, prices skyrocketed. Fact 2, carrots were originally purple. The first carrots weren't orange, they were purple, yellow, or even white. The classic orange color was selectively bred by Dutch farmers in the 17th century as a tribute to the House of Orange. So technically, your favorite carrot snack is a man-made invention. Fact 3. Chocolate was used as money. In ancient Aztec and Mayan civilizations, cocoa beans were so valuable they were used as currency. You could literally buy food, clothes, and even pay taxes with chocolate. Imagine paying for your groceries with Hershey bars if only that were still the case today. Fact 4. Ketchup was once a medicine. In the 1830s, ketchup was marketed as a cure for indigestion. A doctor even turned it into pills. But before you start taking ketchup like medicine, that was just an old marketing trick. Fact 5. Cheese is the most stolen food in the world. Believe it or not, cheese is the most stolen food worldwide. Studies show that 4% of all cheese produced is stolen, more than chocolate or alcohol. Why? Because cheese is expensive, easy to smuggle, and in high demand. So, next time you see a cheese section at the store, just know you're looking at the most shoplifted food in history. Fact 6. Peppers trick your brain. Ever wondered why spicy food feels hot? It's not actual heat, it's your brain being fooled. Capsaicin, the compound in chili peppers, triggers pain receptors in your mouth, making you think you're on fire. But in reality, there's no actual temperature change. That's why water doesn't help. Milk is the real cure. Fact 7. There's a fruit that tastes like chocolate pudding. Meet the black sapote, a tropical fruit from Central America. When ripe, it tastes just like chocolate pudding. And the best part? It has way fewer calories than actual chocolate. So if you love chocolate but want to stay healthy, this might be your new favorite fruit. Fact 8. The hole in donuts was invented for better cooking. Before the modern donut shape, fried dough often cooked unevenly. The outsides would be crispy while the centers stayed raw and doughy. In 1847, a sailor named Hanson Gregory claimed he punched a hole in his fried dough using a pepper tin to ensure it cooked evenly all the way through. The hole also made it easier to stack and transport. So next time you eat a donut, you can thank a 19th century sailor for its iconic hole. Fact 9. McDonald's is the largest toy distributor in the world. Not a toy store, not a toy company, but McDonald's is the biggest toy distributor worldwide. Thanks to their Happy Meals, McDonald's gives away over 1 billion toys per year. That's more than any actual toy company. Fact 10. Water can boil and freeze at the same time. Sounds impossible, right? But under the right conditions, water can boil and freeze at the same time. This happens at the triple point, a special temperature and pressure where all 3 states of water exist together. Mind blown. Fact 11. Strawberries aren't really berries. You might think strawberries are berries, but they're not. In botanical terms, a berry is a fruit that comes from a single ovary and has seeds inside. Strawberries don't meet that requirement, but guess what does? Bananas, cucumbers, and even eggplants are technically berries. Fact 12. Bananas are berries, but they're also radioactive. Since we just learned bananas are berries, here's another crazy fact. Bananas are naturally radioactive. They contain potassium-40, a radioactive isotope. But don't worry, you'd have to eat 10 million bananas in one sitting to get any harmful effects. Fact 13. A single fast food burger can contain meat from 100 different cows. Ever wondered where fast food burgers come from? Many aren't from one cow, but hundreds. Mass production of ground beef means that a single patty can contain meat from 100 different cows. Definitely makes you think twice. Fact 14, 1 can of soda has 10 teaspoons of sugar. A typical 12-ounce soda contains about 10 teaspoons of sugar. That's more than the daily recommended amount. Your body reacts instantly, spiking blood sugar levels and releasing insulin. That's why soda is so addicting. Fact 15, you can hear rhubarb growing. This sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie, but rhubarb grows so fast that you can hear it. During peak growth, the stalks crack and pop as they push against each other. Nature is wild. Fact 16, peanuts aren't nuts. Despite their name, peanuts aren't nuts. They're legumes, like beans and lentils. True nuts, like almonds and walnuts, grow on trees. Peanuts, on the other hand, grow underground. Fact 17, apples float because they're 25% air. Ever played apple bobbing? Apples float because 25% of their volume is air. That's why they feel so light compared to denser fruits like grapes or pears. Fact 18, gelatin is made from animal skin and bones. That jiggly jello dessert? It's made from collagen extracted from animal skin, bones, and cartilage. So, yeah, your gummy bears are technically meat-based. Still want that snack? Fact 19, cashews grow on apples. Cashews don't grow like other nuts. They actually grow on the bottom of cashew apples. The nut is hidden inside a hard, toxic shell, which is why cashews are always sold pre-processed. Fact 20. There's an expensive coffee made from poop. The world's most expensive coffee, Kopi Luwak, is made from civet cat poop. These animals eat coffee cherries, digest them, and then, well, let's just say the beans take a trip through their system. People pay hundreds of dollars per pound for this rare coffee. Fact 21, there's a type of corn that pops into blue popcorn. Most popcorn is yellow or white, but there's a special blue corn variety that pops into bright blue popcorn. It's just as crunchy, but a lot cooler looking. Fact 22, white chocolate isn't chocolate. White chocolate contains no cocoa solids, meaning it technically isn't chocolate at all. Instead, it's made from cocoa butter, milk, and sugar. So if you prefer white chocolate, you're actually eating sweetened cocoa fat. Fact 23, nutmeg can make you hallucinate. Nutmeg isn't just a holiday spice. It contains myristicin, a compound that can cause hallucinations. Eating too much nutmeg, like a few tablespoons, can make you feel dizzy, nauseous, and even high. So keep it to a sprinkle. Fact 24, cucumbers are 96% water. Cucumbers are one of the most water-rich foods with 96% water content. Eating a cucumber is almost like drinking a glass of water. Plus, they're super refreshing. Fact 25, popcorn can jump 3 feet in the air. Popcorn kernels explode with so much force that they can jump up to 3 feet in the air. That's why they bounce around so much in the microwave. Science is delicious. Fact 26, mangoes and poison ivy are related. Mangoes belong to the same plant family as poison ivy. That's why some people get itchy lips or rashes from mango skin. If you have a poison ivy allergy, you might want to be careful around mango peels. Fact 27, an egg can balance only on certain days. People say you can balance an egg on its end during the spring equinox. But in reality, you can do it any day if you have patience. Fact 28. Worcestershire sauce is made from fermented fish. That tangy Worcestershire sauce you love? It's made from fermented anchovies. That's why it has that deep umami flavor, even if you never thought about fish being in there. Fact 29. Almonds are seeds, not nuts. Like peanuts, almonds aren't true nuts. They're seeds. They come from the almond tree's fruit, which looks like a fuzzy peach. Fact 30. Bubblegum is made from plastic. Ever wonder why gum never dissolves? That's because it's made from synthetic rubber and plastic polymers. Basically, you're chewing on edible plastic. Gross, right? Fact 31. There's a rare fruit that smells like rotten meat but tastes sweet. The durian, also called the king of fruits, has such a strong, smelly odor that it's banned in hotels and public transport in Southeast Asia. But despite its smell, it actually has a sweet, custard-like taste. Some people love it, while others, not so much. Would you try it? Fact 32. Almonds are related to peaches. Almonds and peaches are from the same family. The almond we eat is actually the seed inside a fruit that looks like a peach pit. So, in a way, almonds are more like stone fruits than nuts. Fact 33. Most wasabi isn't real wasabi. Most wasabi served in sushi restaurants is actually horseradish mixed with mustard and green food coloring. Real wasabi comes from the wasabi root, which is rare and expensive. So, if you've had wasabi, you were probably eating a spicy imposter. Fact 34. Ice cream cones were invented by accident. In 1904, at the St. Louis World's Fair, an ice cream vendor ran out of bowls. A nearby waffle vendor rolled his waffles into a cone shape, and boom, the ice cream cone was born. Fact 35. Mushrooms can glow in the dark. Some mushrooms, like the ghost fungus, can glow in the dark due to bioluminescence. It's believed this glow attracts insects that help spread their spores. Nature is wild. Fact 36. Peanut butter can be turned into diamonds. Because peanut butter contains carbon, scientists have found that extreme pressure can turn it into diamonds. That's right. Peanut butter has the same basic ingredient as diamonds. But don't go smearing PB on your fingers just yet. Fact 37. Cucumbers can cool down your body temperature. Cucumbers are 96% water and actually lower your body temperature when eaten. That's why they're such a refreshing snack on a hot summer day. Fact 38. Butterflies love beer. Butterflies aren't just about nectar. They're attracted to beer, wine, and fermented fruit. They love the sugar and alcohol in rotting fruit, which gives them extra energy. Imagine a drunk butterfly party. Fact 39. You can bake cookies on your car dashboard. On a hot summer day, temperatures inside a parked car can reach over 150 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to bake cookies on your dashboard. So next time you're stuck in traffic, bring some cookie dough. Fact 40. The world's most expensive pizza costs $12,000. The Louis XIV pizza in Italy costs $12,000. It's topped with lobster, caviar, rare cheese, and edible gold. Would you pay that much for a pizza? Fact 41. Popcorn used to be breakfast cereal. Before modern cereal, people used to eat popcorn with milk and sugar as a breakfast food. It was crunchy, filling, and much cheaper than fancy cereals. Sounds kind of good, right? Fact 42. The world's oldest beer recipe is over 4,000 years old. Ancient Sumerians in Mesopotamia, modern Iraq, left behind a beer recipe on a 4,000-year-old clay tablet. Beer was so important that they even had a goddess of brewing named Ninkasi. Fact 43, there's a cheese that's so stinky it's illegal on public transport. The French cheese at Poisse is so pungent that it's banned on public transportation in France. It smells terrible, but people say it tastes amazing. Would you try it? Fact 44, there's a fruit that tastes like bubblegum. The Monstera deliciosa fruit is sometimes called the bubblegum fruit because it tastes like a mix of banana, pineapple, and bubblegum. But be careful, if eaten unripe, it can irritate your mouth. Fact 45. cranberries can bounce. Believe it or not, bouncing is actually a real test used to check if cranberries are ripe and ready to go. Back in the day, and in some places even now, cranberry growers would drop the berries onto wooden boards. If they bounce, they're good. If they just splat, toss them. They're either too soft, overripe, or damaged. The firm ones bounce like tiny red basketballs. It's all thanks to the air pockets inside that give them that springy texture. So yeah, cranberries can bounce, and it's actually a sign they're berry good. Get it? And that's 45 mind-blowing food facts. Which one surprised you the most? Comment below, like, share, and subscribe for more awesome food content. See you next time, and like always, stay curious.